Hi there, David Banyachek, your building capacity coach here. A quick video on the essential nature of accountability to help anyone succeed in their life towards their goals, whether it's in their personal life or in their corporate life. It's entitled The Two Sides of Accountability because let's face it, when I say the word accountability, some people love it and some people have a very negative impression, and I get it. So to talk about why accountability is so important in this mini brief, let's talk about the formula for motivation. For me, it's pretty simple. It's want to plus have to. Now, obviously, accountability ties to the have to portion of it. When we're accountable to someone, it means that we're promising to do it and they're going to follow up on us to make sure that we do. But there's two parts to motivation, want to plus have to. Let's look at the want to first. If someone doesn't want to do something, then stay away. As a leader, if you've got a whole bunch of applicants and you may have this person that is extremely skilled in the task that you need them to do for the job, but if they've got the wrong attitude, I hope you've learned this lesson by now that you should stay away. You can teach aptitude, you cannot teach attitude. So if someone doesn't want to, stay away. It's an important part of motivation and engagement and moving things forward. And that leaves us with the second half, which is the have to. And in my life, it's true that if I don't have to, there are times that even when I want to, if I don't have to, if there's no accountability, it's amazing how as human beings, sometimes it never gets done. It never gets realized. I'm going to challenge you because I've met a lot of people and I can relate in my own life where you have goals, personal goals for your life. And if you don't put yourself in a community, in an environment where there's accountability, it's amazing that even though you really want to, there's not that kick in the butt, that extra incentive to actually go out and do it. And there's always a better day to start. And tragically, for many people, the things that they dream of and they have goals in their life never ever happen, not because they couldn't have happened, but because the environment lacked accountability. So I want to talk about the two sides of accountability. And the first scenario is this: accountability with meaningful goals. When someone is accountable to a goal and to action that's meaningful to them. And so in a corporate setting, when they understand the answer to the question, how in doing what I do for you, boss, and for you, my company, do I actually gain myself? If they know the answer to that, then isn't it crazy how accountability can actually just be seen as support? You're checking in every once in a while to see how they're doing. Not is it done yet? Is it done yet? Not that attitude. It's like, how you doing? Can I help you in any way? Do you need any extra support? And it's just almost a barometer check to make sure that they're on their way to completing what they need to complete for you. But if it has meaning for them as well, it's just a support environment. You see, where people get a negative impression of accountability comes in scenario number two, where accountability is met with a goal that is not meaningful. Accountability without meaningful goals. So, as a leader, if you don't take the time to help people see how in doing what they do for you benefits them, then accountability is going to come across as discipline. Now, I will say this. Accountability needs to be there to move things forward. So whether it is seen as support or as discipline, it's essential because without have to, things don't get done. And you have things that need to get done. I'm just saying path number one is the easier path. Path number one. And so can I just conclude this video with 3 steps to engage productivity? Number one, create purpose in people's work. Give them meaningful goals. Link what they do for you, and link that to how that's going to help them do something that's meaningful to themselves. And so it may be that in working on this particular project you're going to assign to them, they get time flexibility and it gives them extra time with their grandkids, or flexibility to take kids into school in the morning and not have to worry about racing to work. There are many ways, simple ways, it doesn't have to be grandiose, that work has purpose. Find it. Step number two, when you're checking up on them, it's just a little hint that I have for you and that I found that worked extremely well for me. I used to evaluate people, so I would sit there and tell them how I thought they did. I'm going to ask you to change the environment. And step number two is give them the laptop, let them tell you how they're doing. The key there is they not only have meaningful goals and accountability, but they own it. There's ownership when they're telling you, and it's an important step. And step number three is to communicate regularly. Accountability once a year just doesn't cut it because you haven't set people up for success when you do that. There are steps along the way to any project, any task that check in of how they're doing. That offer of support, the ability to ask questions is so crucial. And as leaders, that's part of our role. So I'm going to suggest to you that on a quarterly basis minimum, you should be doing that. But it all starts with creating purpose at work. And so I'm excited to offer you a free template. I call it the employee development template. And it's basically 4 steps, a guided process to conversations that's going to help you create meaningful work for your employees so that accountability can actually be seen as support and not discipline. There are times where it has to be discipline, but I want you to create an environment where 90% of the time, accountability is simply seen as you're a cool person supporting them on the way to something that, yes, benefits you, but also means something to them. My name is David Benyachek. I'm your building capacity coach. I like to empower leaders with a blueprint to building work environments that will be their best friend in influencing the behaviors of their team towards a goal or a vision that they have. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. You can connect with me on website. You can connect with me on Twitter. And all of those are on the screen that you're seeing. I hope that you have yourself a great day. And in the season of COVID-19, wishing you and your family to stay safe and stay healthy. Have a great day.